What is up, YouTube? My name is Tiffany the G. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. This is my 4th sneaker unboxing video. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Also hit that thumbs up button and hit that notification bell. And I just want to thank everybody for the continued support and love. And especially on Instagram. Thank you guys for the reposts and the new followers. And just the people who watched it from the first video. I know I only have 4 videos. I know. But I'm just saying thank you. So I'm actually going to get into how fashion continually cycles. It always cycles. It always comes back like older silhouettes into the new modern day. And I feel like with the sustainability and everything going on right now, like just taking stuff from like thrift stores and taking old vintage pieces and then putting them together, I love it. I love just the rework of things. And Nike does a really good job at taking older silhouettes and just making them into new, fresh sneakers. So the first sneakers that I'm actually going to get into, I'm going to take it back to 1973 when Nike released their first basketball sneakers, which was the Nike Bruin and the Nike Blazer. Now the Nike Bruin actually had more traction back then, not as much now, but the Nike Blazer is continually a classic and it's continually getting reworked into dope silhouettes. Now, this shoe actually came out in a low and a high, and the original colorways were actually red, blue, and green, and they, the color was only on the swoosh. And sneaker culture pretty much started out on the streets on basketball courts. The next shoe I'm actually going to get into came out in 1982, which was the Nike Air Force One. Now, this shoe was actually inspired by the Nike Air Force One aircraft. It actually got discontinued in 1984 and then got re-released in 1986. And Nike just put a little bit more of a modern touch to the shoe, and ever since then it's history. I'm from New York, so the uniform is all white on white, uptowns. Like, that's what we call them, because a lot of people from Harlem call them uptowns. It's in my DNA. Just like the Timberlands that we construct is in my DNA. It's a part of me. Going to get into the third shoe, which is the Nike Dunk, which released in 1985, the same year the Air Jordan 1 released. Yes, they're similar, but they're different. People get these shoes confused all the time. If you put the two shoes together, you can actually show the differences. But if you're a sneaker enthusiast or a sneaker lover, you can tell off the bat, just by the wings on the Jordan 1. So when it comes to the Nike Dunk, they were originally made for college basketball teams, and they pretty much use their colors, like Michigan's, Syracuse, and Kentucky's as well. But when it comes to Nike Dunks now, you can barely get your hands on them. Like, the sneakers app is just, I don't even try anymore. For what? But I'm gonna get a pair. So actually, the next shoe I'm going to get into was the first basketball sneaker that I ever owned. And it came out in 1994, which was the Nike Air Max CB94, the Charles Barkley signature shoe. And I actually had the black and white pair recently. The white, black, and purple pair released. And I just remember sitting on the shelf with the big red ticket of $54.97 on sale. And I was like, yeah, Mom, let me get those shoes. It's in budget. Let me get those shoes. I already thought they were dope. And I really didn't watch Charles Barkley and his team growing up. I really didn't. I was more of like, I watched the Pistons and of course the Bulls. But I'm from New York. And like I said, uptowns and Timbs are in my DNA. So is being a Knicks fan. It's like exhausting. It's like the sneakers app. It's like, it's just L's. It's always L's. It's just continual L's. But, I digress. I'm a loyalist. It's always going to be my team. I don't really switch up like that. So, blue and orange all day. So, the shoe that I'm actually reviewing came out in 1996, which was the Air More Uptempo in grade school. Now, this shoe was actually designed by Wilson Smith. he was inspired by pop art, and in an interview that I actually read, he wanted to resemble the time. So he pretty much, you know, the cars in 1996 were big, the clothes were big, so he just wanted to make the letters big. So he also got inspired by graffiti art on the NYC trains, and also an architectural piece that he worked on previously. And fun fact, Wilson Smith also worked on 16 and 17. I know, everybody's like, only go up to 14, whatever. I personally go up to 17, and I owned the white and red 17s, and I love them. But I also love the ginger 16. We all know I love mustard, and I plan on getting that shoe. I love that shoe. Even the black and red pair was just dope. But the shoe was not a signature shoe. The shoe was actually endorsed by Scottie Pippen of the Chicago Bulls, and there's just old ads of him wearing the shoe, and I just remember him playing the shoe. And the shoe came out in 3 original colorways, which was black and white and navy, and the Olympic, which was navy and white. It actually came in another, you know, similar silhouette, and it was called the Air Much Uptempo. I personally don't remember this shoe. It was a sleeker silhouette. It was low top. It had a smaller airbag, but I really don't remember this shoe. And this shoe gives me nostalgia because in summer camp of, I think it was 1997, so it was, you know, the Arab More Uptempo actually released in November 96, and I was gifted these shoes, and it was another colorway. It was the white and baby blue, because I remember the blue being a little bit lighter, and it was from this dope girl. Her name was Kim Sanders, and we were just talking about sneakers one day, and she was just like, oh yeah, I got those. And I was like, what colorway do you have? And she said the white and blue, which I love that color. And she just gave them to me. She was just tired of wearing them, and she just gave them to me. And man, I had to sneak these shoes. My mom made me give them back. But every time that I went out the house, I put on those shoes. Because they were so much better than the ones that I had. I don't even remember what I had. I think I had some felines or something. I don't even remember. But that, good looking. Shout out to Kim. So let's get into the details of the shoe. So in front of the shoe, you have the white swoosh on the toe box. You have elastic bands across the tongue to keep the foot in place. You also have black laces with the fast lacing system, and you also have the white swoosh on top of the tongue. So on side of the shoe, you have the Air spelled out in really big bold letters with the white peeking through the sides. Then you have the midsole, which is made of neoprene, with a small swoosh on the back of the midsole, with part of the airbag showing on the grade school shoes, and on the men's shoes the full airbag shows. So on back of the shoe, you have the pull tabs with the outline of the white peeking out from the Air letters, and you also have the white jeweled swoosh with the airbag peeking through the back heel. So on the bottom of the shoe, you have a really big white swoosh with a smaller white swoosh covering the peeking air bubble on the bottom with Air spelled under it, and as the rest of the bottom of the shoe is dressed in black with the basketball original bottom. And that's the details of the shoe. I actually bought these shoes for retail at $130 from Champs. Now, the first pair I got were gross. It was like there was glue all over it. The back of the shoe, like the heel, was like distorted. I had to return them. And the ones that I got now, they're alright, but the quality is not as great as the 2016 release, which I had, but I sold them. You know, sometimes you need money. But you know, I love this sneaker, and I wasn't gonna continue like keep returning it and whatever. You know, the one that I have is pretty decent. So, you know, it's all good. I'll keep it that way. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about this sneaker, or about kid sizing, or just about, you know, how much you love this sneaker or don't, you know what I mean? Even if you don't, because I know everybody has different tastes and everybody's not gonna like the same thing. So I actually release a new video every last Friday of the month. So look out for the next one. I'll give you guys, you know, updates on Instagram and everything like that. So thank you so much for watching. It's been real. It's been real. Thank you guys so much. Peace.